Good morning, everybody. I'm just jumping on to say hello this morning. It is about 8:45. I've been getting a bunch of stuff done around the house this morning. I had a lot of paperwork I had to get caught up on, and unfortunately, I had to do it today. I have a bunch of errands I'm going to go run. I've got to go pay bills in town. And I thought I'd just take you along with me on my ride because I'm going to be kind of all over the place here for the next couple hours. I got to go pick one daughter up. She just called. She needs me to go pick her up so she can go get her vehicle at the garage. I have to film this in this direction because the stand that I keep my phone in fell off. Well, it didn't really fall off. I moved it thinking I could put it on a different spot on my dashboard, and it was so stuck on, but when I took it off, I can't get it to stick again. So until I figure that out, I'm going to probably just go in this direction. Hopefully I'll be able to spin this when I'm editing. I'll try to figure that out. So instead of not making a video, I figured, well, if I have to go with it in this direction, I'll just do that for today. One of my daughters called. She needed a quick ride to go get her vehicle, and I'm going to be in that town anyway. I have to go swing by that town real quick to get my x-ray done. Fill you on that. I was in town, and I had called my doctor yesterday to see if they would just send me over, no, not a prescription, but like an order, okay, to send me over an order to get an x-ray done because my foot's been bothering me for a couple of weeks. And they said, oh, we don't know if we can do that. You can talk to the triage nurse. The triage nurse got back to me, but I was already in the town and I didn't really want to go all the way back home and then all the way back out. So I went hobbling around Dollar Tree yesterday just to waste time, hoping my doctor would call while I was still in town before I got back home. So believe it or not, I didn't buy anything. I put some stuff in my cart and I ended up putting it back because, for one, the line was really long to check out, and I'm pretty patient for that part of it. But I knew I really didn't need any of the stuff I was getting right now, so I did good. I felt good about it. But my doctor didn't end up calling back, so I ended up getting home. Then they didn't call till later, and they said, yes, I could go get the x-ray. Meanwhile, I had gone to the bank because I had to go pay some bills. So I'd gone to the bank and then forgot what I needed to bring with me. So that stung. I have to go to the bank today. I may end up running over to Sam's too. I'm not positive. I just need a few items like some milk and some creamer and stuff, but we'll see. So I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. And when I have my doctor's appointment, I'm going to guess they're going to put me in a boot or something because it hurts a lot to walk on it. I mean, I still am, but I pay the price. It's swollen. I have to, when I go to bed at night, oh, does it ever hurt? That guy just went right straight through a red light. Not even a yellow light, like completely red. So anyways, I'll go get that taken care of. Of course, my, sewing room is on the second, it's above the garage. So I got to walk up those stairs too, which, ouch, ouch, ouch. When I get back, I'm hoping that I get to just go sew all day. Sew and make videos. So by the time I get back, it's probably going to be 3:30. I'll have a couple hours, I guess. It seems like every day stuff just keeps getting put on my calendar. So it's keeping me from getting what I want to get done. But I guess such is life, right? But I did manage to get paperwork done this morning, so I felt really good about that. Get that off my desk. And I know I've said it before, but I need to clean my car. I just need to take a bag and clean it out. It's not terrible, but I need to just stop and get that goodwill out of my car. It's been in there for a long time. For a while there, when I was doing my big decluttering, getting ready for my new sewing room sort of thing, I had gone a time or two and dropped off, but this was just more stuff that has been, accumulating over time. Well, actually, it must have been right after the first run that I did over there because it's been in here a long time. I'm ready to get my car back in order. If I go to Sam's today, I'll end up turning the camera on and take you in with me. I always think it's fun to see stuff like that on YouTube, especially stores that I go to. I love seeing their stores. It's like when you go somewhere else and you go to their, like, Walmart. I always think that's really fun just to see what different things they have. So I took my daughter to go get her vehicle, and I just went to the hospital and had my x-ray done. I was so sad though, because my x-ray was only for my foot, and I wanted them to go way up my leg because it hurts way up my leg. But they're like, we're sorry that the order is only for your foot. So the pain is definitely coming from the foot, but it is going all the way up my leg. So I'm guessing, you know, once they get the x-ray, if they're concerned at all, they'll look at my whole leg. But for now, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run over to Sam's Club and hold on to the cart and wobble myself around the store I need those few items, and I'm going to bring you with me. I need some creamer and I need salad stuff, and not a whole lot, but you know, a few things. I need low carb bread. That's right. I don't want to forget that. I love the wraps. I have one left, and I just like to have those. That way I get to have bread if I'm eating a lower carb diet. Of course, I need broccoli for my husband, because I told this in past videos, but actually I'll pick him up some fish and shrimp too. He's a fish, shrimp, broccoli, and potato kind of guy. That's pretty much his meals. And I am like opposite of that. Well, you can imagine. I like everything else. Red meat, all the things that are probably not good for me. Pasta, corn, peas. No, I do like broccoli, and I do like fish and shrimp too, and I do love that, but I like a lot of other things. He's very picky. Knows what he likes, right? So it's like, okay, you can have what you like. So I make a lot of different meals when I make meals. And I always tell everybody, I'm like, I don't really cook. Yes, I do. I have to cook every single day, because that's how I do cook every day. I just don't cook the way I used to cook. Like, I've turned into kind of a one pot I can just throw everything in like one pan. I just cook fast. I would make these full-blown huge meals. Now, yeah, we still have all of the, meat, potatoes, vegetables, or whatever, but I cook differently. I don't take a lot of time to stir fry the meat. I put it in my pan and kind of leave it and let it cook itself in my great pan that I have, and I put a cover on it that I barely have to watch. So my pan, I've told you guys about this in the past. I'll say it again if you've already heard it, but it's a pan that it's kind of like a pressure cooker. It's not a pressure cooker, but it cooks fast. I literally could throw a package of anything, and it would be done in an hour, and the meat would just fall apart. It's so fast cooking. That's why I like it. Like, for instance, last night I made chicken frozen right out of the freezer because I decided at the last second to cook this. I wanted to use up all my vegetables that were in the fridge. That way, if I did make it to Sam's Club, I was going to be buying fresh vegetables. So I just wanted to use them all up. So I threw all of the vegetables, carrots, celery, onions. I had a whole head of cauliflower that had to get used. Threw that in the pan. A whole package of frozen chicken, 4 chicken breasts probably in it, and like a half a bag of carrots and I buy the big bags at Sam's, but we like carrots. I threw some chicken base in it to give it flavor. Like, it's like bouillon, but it's like the base, I threw that in, cooked it in some water. So now it was kind of like soup, you know what I mean? Which I love soup. And I had a little pack of the gnocchi. I think that's how you say it, gnocchi. And I threw a package of that in there because I just needed to use those up. I didn't want them to get bad. I've had them a while. That's kind of how I roll. I just throw everything in one pot like that. Cover on it, let it cook. And then when it was all done, my husband takes all of his, and I put potatoes, whole potatoes. So he took all of his things like meat, potatoes, carrots, and chicken. So he takes that. He doesn't like all the other vegetables. And I had no potatoes, like a whole big piece of cauliflower. I didn't use any of the broth that was in it. I just cooked it in that broth, and I figured I'd make soup with it for today. But I ended up taking, and I had Alfredo sauce. So I just put mine all in a bowl, and my chicken, my cauliflower, celery, onions, carrots, put that in a bowl, and I just poured over the Alfredo sauce. So it was pretty low carb. I mean, it wasn't Oh, and because it had that also, that potato gnocchi, but you know, that got spread out in the pan. And this pot, when I made this pot, I mean, this is going to go, you know, a few meals. So it's really good. That's why I love that pan so much, because it's really, really, really big, if you can see. I don't have a wide screen, so it's this big, but it's great. So I'm at Sam's now, guys, and I guess we're going to go on in and let's get a few items. I'm going to hobble my way to the door, and I'll just go slow. I mean, I've been walking on my foot all this time and, you know, doing everything I have to do. It just really, really hurts. And as soon as I can sit, I like to just put it up. Even driving, it hurts. It just shoots right up my leg. I have to drive with my foot funky on the foot pedal because it just aches. But I didn't take ibuprofen because I was thinking I was going to the emergency room. And remember I said I guess I didn't get that part. Like, oh, I'm just going for an x-ray. I get to bypass the emergency room. That's probably why my doctor was kind of funny about, like, oh, just to give me an order. The nurse was like, well, just give you an order is just, we don't usually do that. You just walk over to the, emergency room. And I go, oh, no, I acted like they do this all the time. What they do all the time is they say, oh, we don't have any appointments today. If it hurts that bad or whatever, you might want to go to the emergency room or express care. Our express care, though, doesn't do x-rays, so I knew I needed to have an x-ray. So I think I just was misunderstanding the whole, how it was all going down. And then when I realized, when my husband said, no, it sounds like you're just gonna walk in and go have an x-ray, and I'm like, oh, well, then I really bypassed all of it, didn't I? But that's not what I asked for. So no wonder, that explains why they felt a little hesitant on giving me what I was asking for. So that's why they were so adamant, like, okay, we're gonna give this to you. We're gonna send this order out for you to have an x-ray, but you have to come see us. So I have to go to the doctor's tomorrow. But at the time that they told me this, late afternoon yesterday, when they told me that, I was like, they're still making me go in. But I get it now. Like, I misunderstood it. But it's okay. It all worked out good. Look, I could have been at that emergency room for the whole day. That doesn't sound fun unless I'm sick, right? So anyway, let's go to Sam's. Let's go shopping. Remind me to stop at the bank. I have to go to the bank when I leave here. I got to grab a buggy because I need to hold it. I would grab a buggy anyway, and because I like to push buggies when I'm in the stores, even if I'm not buying anything. Okay, this is Sam's in Augusta, Maine. I'm pretty sure I've brought you in here before. Jeez, they've changed it. It's all changed around since like a couple weeks ago. Literally don't need anything other than food, I don't think. How much Bounty is. I've always bought Bounty. Oh, Baba. Can't believe this. Get some water. That's on sale. Okay, I'm gonna get 2 waters. That's my husband right there. I drink it out of the faucet, but he likes water bottles. I need milk and creamer and sour cream. Sour cream went out. Oh, heavy whipping cream. I'll get one of those. That's gone down. Drinks a lot of coffee too. I always grab it like that, right out of the box. Cheese. Okay, so far so good. What are we now, guys? That's always 14 something. Now look, it's down to 12 something. I paid almost $40 one time a while back. I think I'll get Hot Pockets for my client. He loves having Hot Pockets, so I'll get those for her. He eats that shrimp with the tail off, and he always has like this salmon, but he has a couple of bags that need the freezing, so we'll use that up first. Definitely need cheese. I like the Mexican cheese and the mozzarella, and I think my son needs a Mexican cheese too. I probably have a bunch in the freezer, but just to be sure. A big bag of mozzarella. No, I'm not going to get mozzarella this time. I'm going to get another bag of Mexican cheese. Back to you. Grab that. Alright, let's get some vegetables. 5-pound bag for $3.94. We'll get mushrooms. 24 ounces for $4.28. And a bag of cabbage. $2.52 for 2 pounds. This is what I always have in the fridge for vegetables. I just wanted to use them all up yesterday. I need a few bags of salad, 2 for my son, 1 for upstairs. For $2.95 each, 2 pounds of salad. Get my husband some spinach. He does like to mix it up with spinach. I'll get 2 heads of this iceberg lettuce for $2.97. $2.17. I'm gonna get 1 more cauliflower. I'm gonna get a couple of bags of broccoli for my husband. And that looks awful, so. Oh, that looks horrible. Okay. He might not get broccoli. Nope, he's not getting any of that. Okay. That one looks good. I'll grab him 1. Fix them up when I go to this, like a Hannaford or a Walmart or something. Let's go to tomatoes. 6.62. And I'll get out a pack of onions. That's $8.30. $5.67 for 10 pounds. I'll grab a bag of those. Okay, I gotta go back. My husband sees that I'm here and he's sending me a list. I gotta go back to the bananas. This aisle gets me too, but I have so much cheese still right now. They are my favorite aisles right here. Yes, wraps, and he wants M&Ms. I always get the bananas, $1.56, and I usually get 2 bundles. One's kind of green, one's kind of yellow. I don't need any snacks today. I did that huge haul a couple weeks ago. Pepperoni. Sure, but they started putting the pepperoni out on the floor. They did it a couple months ago. Same pepperoni, but it doesn't have to be refrigerated apparently until you open it. Rags. My son needs rags. Get those. Carb Smart for me. Just need these M&Ms. This is crazy, and I can't believe how busy this is, and my foot hurts so bad. Okay, so I've been home. I've put groceries away. I ended up putting my foot up for a little while. And now it's 3 o'clock and I haven't even been out in my sewing room. Now I'm heading to Waterville and I have got to go clean my car out before I pick up my client. So I just need to go do that quick vacuum. I'm going to wipe the windows down really quick and I'm going to armor all. Then I've just got some stuff I'm going to take out of here. Oh, it has been a busy day with no sewing. But that's okay. I got to hang out with you guys and I got to make a video. So I'm super happy about that. I brought everything in the house except I left the 2 cases of water out in the car. I was going to let my hubs carry that in and you can hear that in the back seat. Okay, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you next time. Remember to keep it simple and have a great day. And